Okay, so about 3 years ago to the day, look how crazy life is, how it goes full circle. Exactly 3 years ago on my channel, I uploaded a video about Mongraal, and it was my best video ever in terms of views. I said 6 reasons why Mongraal will dominate the new season. 2 months after that video, he was FNCS champion. Now, I'm not going to talk about Mongraal and his Fortnite success. We all know his Fortnite success. We all know his gaming success. But when I look back at Mongraal and then I look at him today, I see some amazing, amazing growth. The evolution of Mongraal. And I've been following Mongraal for a long time, ever since he was that kid in Fortnite, right, who used to rage. And you know what? Let's just play some clips about Mongraal in terms of his Fortnite career.
He's Thanos in there. Sing, 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 sing. I'm playing Apex, bro.
That's crazy, right? Now let me show you Mongraal today. So he's uploading real life motivational videos, discipline, maturity. Look at Mongraal today.
You guys have probably been wondering where I've been. That's probably the main question everyone has right now. I've been traveling around the world solo quite a lot. To give you guys a solid foundation you can take home with you and you can apply to your life. I moved in here recently about 3 or 4 months ago when I was 18, so be focused on your journey, not too much on the destination.
So obviously we all know that's the same boy who became a man, and I'm just very, very intrigued at the growth and the evolution of Mongraal and how he was able to do that, because this is not just regular maturity, it's masculine maturity, it's mental maturity. He got the financial success, he got the fitness success, and all of these things are super, super important to grow up and be the best version of yourself. Now, if you see the sign right here to my right, it says motivation, and motivation is something that's really important to me, and it should be very important to you. And I'm going to do everything in my power for this channel to not only motivate you, but I want to inspire you. I want to motivate you. I want you to be the best version of yourself, and an excellent example that nobody is talking about. Not a single. I looked at YouTube, I searched up the evolution of Mongraal, I searched up mental maturity Mongraal. It's nothing. No one is talking about Mongraal and how he grew into the best version of himself. And we're going to analyze, giving 5 things that he has done to be the man that he is today, and hopefully you guys sitting at home could take this as inspiration. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, Mongraal is not afraid to take risks. Now, we all understand why not a lot of people like NFTs, and this isn't an NFT video or an NFT promotional video, but let's look at the facts here. Mongraal made about $700,000 playing Fortnite. Then he joins a game called Dookie Dash that's made by the #1 NFT company, Bored Ape Yacht Club. He doesn't only succeed in that game, he wins the grand prize and then sells the NFT, which is a grand prize. It was a golden key, which he sold for $1.6 million. If Mongraal was a sheep, or he listened to the headlines, or he didn't know what he was doing, he wouldn't even get into NFTs. He wouldn't even be a part of the whole gaming ecosystem that NFTs has to offer. Now, I'm not going to say all NFTs are good. I'm just specifically talking about this situation. He didn't listen to everybody else around him. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have mentors or people to advise you, 100%, and you can't have yes men. But also at the same time, you can't listen to all the advice that you receive, because a lot of people could be wrong. In the 1990s, everybody thought that the internet wasn't going to be this global phenomenon. It was just something in passing. It wasn't really real. And then as the internet grew, businesses flourished. A lot of businesses who didn't get on the internet were stayed behind, while some people who utilized the internet became millionaires and even billionaires. So number 1, sometimes in life, even if it's scary, you need to take the risk. Number 2, and this is super, super important, have an organized and strict schedule. This is really important, not only for doing your work, doing your tasks, achieving your goals, but it's also good for your mental health. When you plan your day in advance, a strategy that I use is called time boxing. And according to a lot of studies, time boxing is one of the most effective and most efficient ways to achieve your goals, okay? Now, what is time boxing? Time boxing is when you have something on like the agenda or like your notebook and you write from 12 to 1, I'm gonna do this. From 1 to 2, I'm gonna do this. From 2 to 3, I'm gonna do this. Now, I'm not saying you have to write down your whole day. Of course, that's going to help you. But when you look at Mongraal, his video, Art of Discipline, it takes a lot of discipline to follow your schedule. So it builds your discipline. And also on top of that, it lets you achieve mini W's. Mini, you might have 10 goals for the day. And if you achieve 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals, those are mini wins. And on top of that, when you do that consistently every single day, those become major W's, okay? So you have the daily W's, and if you keep doing that, you have weekly W's, and you keep doing that, you have yearly W's, and that's how you go forward, and that's how you grow. Now, number 3, I would say, looking at Mongraal, and this is probably one of the biggest ones, personal fitness. Now, Mongraal, I believe he goes to the gym very actively, and you can look at his video, look at his workout routine, he eats breakfast, and we talked about the schedule, which is really important to follow and have some discipline. But personal fitness is one of the most important things you could do to become the best man or the best person that you could be. Personal fitness will not only make you look good, it will make you feel good. And on top of that, the superpower is you need to push yourself to the limit. And let's say your goal is to do 200 calories of cardio. Okay, when you do 200 calories of cardio on the treadmill, you're sweating, you're breathing heavy. You need to push yourself a little bit more. I call this a 10% rule. If you aim for 200 calories, go for 220 calories. Push yourself a little bit more. If you're going for 10 minutes on the Stairmaster at 8, maybe the last minute you go to 9 and you have that last minute and you push yourself and you keep pushing. That's how you become better. And when you look at Mongraal, you look at his physical physique, this is definitely part of his maturity process. Number 4, what I would say made Mongraal the best version of himself was independence. And I'm not saying you need to move out of your parents' house, but you need to find some independence in your life. And how do you define independence? Well, how I define independence is when you take on more responsibility for your own self. Now, if you choose to kind of take on more responsibility, you will be forced to grow and to become the best version of yourself, because with more responsibility, you're adding more pressure to yourself. Now, you would say, Mo, why would I want to add more pressure to myself? But when you realize when I add more pressure to myself and I'm actually getting stuff done, taking on the responsibility, I'm doing the work I need to do, I'm accomplishing these tasks, handling the pressure well, you're gonna look back and say, you know what? Me adding more responsibility to myself added to my personal growth, okay? Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a support system or you shouldn't rely on people. That's not what I'm trying to say, but there are limits. You need to handle personal responsibility, and if you don't feel like you're putting pressure on yourself, you should have that level of pressure that's still okay, that still you could maintain, but you want to have that independence. That's the key. You want to feel independent and you want to put the power in your own hands. And in order to do that, you have to have the mental note of, okay, let's say I'm Mongraal. I'm not only going to buy a house, I'm not only going to move into the house, but I'm going to make my own breakfast. I'm going to do my bed. I'm going to handle my tasks. I'm going to go to the gym on my own. And Mongraal exemplifies exactly what I'm saying. It's a mindset. You cannot blame anybody else for anything. You need to take responsibility, take it on the chin. And the more you do that, you could be the master of your your own destiny. You will feel like you have more power in your life because of just one thing, the mindset, okay? Mindset is super important, and I believe that Mongraal has one of the best mindsets, and maybe it stems from Fortnite. Maybe it stems from I am the best. I am going to hit every shot. I am going to make the strats. I am going to practice. I am going to do all this because I want to win. And now he's not just winning in the video game, he's winning at life. So last but not least, the fifth most important factor to Mongraal's evolution to be the best version of himself, and something that you guys could take as inspiration to be the best version of yourself, is being level-headed. Now, I know that we kind of talked about having the mindset, but I believe that being level-headed, it actually opens up your mind in a whole different way. A lot of people on earth are emotional, and whether it's business, whether it's school, whether it's your personal life and your family, being emotional could sometimes lead to your downfall, okay? Sometimes you need to get into a situation and you have to approach it by being level-headed. Just take a step back, analyze the situation, analyze her perspective, analyze his perspective, analyze all of the perspectives around you. Figure out why people think the way they think. Figure out why he said that, or why she said that, or why do they talk behind your back. And when you ask yourself why, it leads to a process of you having that aha moment. So when you ask yourself, why did they do this? Oh, because of this. But why this? Oh, because of this. Aha. So you figured it out. But when you look at Mongraal, he was a very loud teenager. He was a loud gamer. He used to rage. And when you look at his videos now, he's a lot more calmer. He has this level of calm that I believe everyone could take inspiration from, even myself. People around you will start respecting you even more. Like, if nobody knows what's going on in your head, even this will instill fear in your enemies. If they don't know what your next move is or what your next 5 moves is, then they can't really hate on you. They don't even know where your mind is. You're gonna keep them thinking. Especially in business, if you're on the table and you're negotiating and you're very level-headed, you're not being too positive, you're not being too negative with your tone. If you have this sort of equilibrium, nobody will know how to manipulate you. So when you have this level of maturity, you have this level of being level-headed, you're gonna get this peace of mind. That's what's going to develop. You're gonna get this emotional and mental tranquility, and you're going to earn and command a lot of respect around you without even screaming or yelling or even talking. It commands non-verbal respect. People will respect you without even telling you, or you don't even have to tell them and they will still respect you. So these are the 5 things that I think Mongraal adopted to be the best version of himself. And of course, I do want to congratulate Mongraal for all of his success. I do feel like a lot of you guys used to play Fortnite, used to subscribe to me for KNG and for all of the great times that we had in Fortnite. I still love playing video games, as you can see my setup here, but I do want to start this motivational aspect to my videos. I want us to learn from the best. I want us to be the best. I want us to grow together. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and watching how Mongraal became the man that he is today. Much respect to him, and much respect to everybody who gives a like, gives a comment, shares this video, and subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate you guys and all the hard work that you guys do in your life, and hopefully you appreciate the hard work that I do, and we could grow together and become the greatest versions of ourselves. Have a great day. Love you all.